Hello, my name is Morgan Freeman, and welcome to the tale of the ape, the snake, and the lion. Once in a small African town, there was a widow who lived with her son, Lana. Unfortunately, most of the time they didn't have enough food and lived very poorly. When Lana grew older, he asked his mother how his father got food for them.
What did my father do to provide for us? How did he get food?
Your father was a trapper, and we ate what he caught.
That sounds more like fun than work. I will go make traps, and we will eat the game that I catch.
Mavu went into the forest and cut down some tree branches from which he made traps from. He set the traps, and the next day there were more full of food than Mavu could have imagined.
Wow, I have caught so much game. Mother and I will eat well tonight.
The house was full of food. As the fortune continued, Mavu and his mother lived very comfortably. But after a while, Mavu's luck ran out. The traps were empty. Day after day, Mavu went out and checked the traps. He found nothing.
Oh no, what has happened to all of the game?
Discouraged, Mavu dragged himself out day after day to check the traps, but to no avail. One day, Mavu went to check the traps and was surprised to see an ape caught in one of them. He was about to kill it when it spoke out.
Son of Adam, I am an innocent ape. Please do not kill me. Take me from this trap and let me go. Save me today so that I may save you someday when you are in need of help.
All right, I'll release you.
Mavu let the ape go, and once the ape had climbed up a tree, he sat down on a branch and said,
Thank you, young boy. For your kindness, I will give you a piece of advice. Men are all bad. Never do a good thing for a man, for he will do you harm at the first opportunity.
Over the next couple days, Mavu caught a snake and a lion in the trap, and they both convinced Mavu to free them so that they could repay him on another day, when he was in help of need. Again, both animals gave warning of doing kindness to a man just as the ape had. The next day, Mavu found a man stuck in the same trap, and when he released the man, he repeatedly assured the boy that he would never forget the service.
Thank you, I will never forget this act of kindness. Young Mavu and his mother were hungry every day, with nothing to satisfy them. At last, Mavu said one day to his mother,
Mother, make me some food from the little meal that we have, and I will go hunting with my bow and arrows.
So she made him the food, and he went into the forest with his bows and arrows. Mavu walked on and on, not knowing where he was heading, not seeing any game. He soon realized that he had lost his way. He had nearly ate all of the food.
Oh no, I'm lost, and I have only a little bit of food left.
Mavu trudged on, and at one point he felt so tired and wretched that he just lay down on the ground. And that's when he heard the familiar voice of the ape that he had freed from the trap.
Son of Adam, where are you going?
I don't even know anymore. I'm hopelessly lost.
Don't worry, just rest yourself and I'll come back and repay you with the kindness you once showed me.
The ape ran off to a garden and stole lots of fruits and brought them back to Mavu. Also, he got a canteen of water.
Here is plenty of food and water. Eat whatever you like.
So Mavu ate heartily and drank all the water as he needed. And then Mavu and the ape bade each other farewell and went to their separate ways. They said goodbye to each other.
After walking a great deal farther without finding where to go, he came across the lion he had caught in the trap.
Hello, young son of Adam. Where are you going?
I am lost. I have no idea where I'm going.
Cheer up, rest yourself, and I will return the kindness you showed me on a former day.
The lion bounded off, but he shortly returned with plenty of game. Then he brought a fire, and then Mavu cooked the game. When Mavu finished eating, he felt much better, and then the lion and Mavu went their separate ways. They said goodbye to each other.
After a short while, Mavu came across a large city. Mavu saw a well near the edge of the town.
I'm so thirsty. Let's see if the water can be reached.
But when Mavoo checked the well, there was a great big snake. But it wasn't just any snake, it was the snake that he had caught in the trap.
Well, I can never forget you, son of Adam. You saved me when I was a stranger in your town, so I will help you now that you are a stranger in my town. Now, hand me your little bag and I will place things in it that will be used to you.
Mavoo gave the snake his bag, and when the snake returned, the bag was full of gold and silver and other useful items.
Use these items as you wish.
The two of them parted, and Mavoo headed off into the city. They both said goodbye to each other. The very first person that he came across was the man that had been caught in the trap. The man invited Mavoo into his home for supper.
Come, my wife is making a delicious dish of meat and bread. So the boy went to the house, and the man's wife served a freshly cooked meal. The man, his wife, and Mavoo ate dinner together, and Mavoo was very grateful. But as soon as he could, the man slipped away with some lousy excuse. The man ran down to the town leader and told him, "A stranger came to my home with lots of gold and silver, which he says he received from a snake in a well. But I know he is simply an evil snake with the power to appear as a human."
I will send some soldiers immediately.
The leader and his soldiers quickly came to the man's house, grabbed Mavoo and tied his arms with rope. As they opened his bag of precious metals, the man repeatedly insulted Mavoo.
"He is evil. His bag of gold and silver contains evil magic that will curse the children of our city." But just then, the great snake that lives in the well had came into town and settled himself at the feet of the man.
How is this? The evil snake you have said disguised as this boy is right here.
The soldiers untied Mavoo and apologized for thinking he was evil. Then the town leader asked the young boy,
Why should this man invite you to his home and then speak ill of you?
Then Mavoo recounted his story of how the ape, the snake, and the lion had warned him of doing kindness to a man. Then the leader said,
Well, it is true men are often ungrateful. It is not always so. Only the bad ones consistently act in this manner. As for this fellow, he deserves punishment for returning his evil for your kindness.